So let's take a look at configuring these two fault-tolerant volume types. I have 3 extra hard drives running in my computer, disk 1, 2, and 3, and right now they're all dynamic and all unallocated, so they're just blank empty space. If I right-click on one, I can create a new volume, and it brings me into the new volume wizard where it shows me all of the different types of volumes that I can utilize. Notice I can create a RAID 5 volume because I have the minimum required 3 drives available. At this point, I'm just going to create a mirrored drive, however. I'll select mirrored and choose next. And notice that at this point, I need to add another drive into the selected window because the next button is not available. A mirrored volume requires a minimum of 2 drives. So I'll add in another drive, and now the next button's available. I can choose my size. I'm not going to use the entire drive space to do this. I'm only going to create this as a 4 gig drive, a 4 gig mirror. Notice that it changes both of them. The mirror uses the same amount of space on both drives. I'll select next. I'll go ahead and assign it a drive letter, next. And I'm going to format this as NTFS. I'm going to perform a quick format so it goes quickly. Next, finish. And then it'll go ahead and create the volume for me, formatting it with NTFS so I could immediately begin using and storing information on it. Down at the bottom, it updates my legend so it shows me the color that represents a mirrored volume, and I can see my mirrored volume here now available for use. Any information that I write on disk 1 is immediately duplicated to disk 2. In fact, I don't get the choice as to which volume it gets written to. Windows Server 2003 makes that choice for me and takes care of all of the duplication. You can see at this point it's resyncing the volumes. If I already had data existing on one of the volumes and I added a mirror to it, it would basically take that information and duplicate it. It would resync that information over onto the additional volume that I've added into it. A mirrored volume then allows me to take existing information. That's one of the big benefits of a mirrored volume. If you have your database drive and you decide that that database is incredibly important, you can add a volume to it. You can add a mirrored volume to it to get the fault tolerance.